Hi, I'm Chantel. I have an anxious attachment style. If you don't yet know what attachment styles are, go ahead and look them up online. Take the little quiz that you can do to find out which one you are. In romantic relationships, I have an anxious attachment style, which means that I run on a baseline of a fear of abandonment. It means that my system, my body, my brain is running on the fact that if I am left, then I am in trouble. I'm unsafe. I'm going to go into a panic mode. I'm potentially quite often going to freak out. And because of that, it means that I am hypervigilant and hypersensitive to changes in behaviour and routine. That might otherwise not really be a problem if I had something like a secure attachment style. Now, the reason this is important is because one, you need to understand that you're not the only person that goes crazy when someone doesn't text you back. But two, it's important to understand that we all have different attachment styles. And it might be comforting to know that 20% of the population have this one that I'm talking about right now. It counts as an insecure attachment style versus the secure one, of which make up about 50% of the population. There are plenty of us out there, and it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with us. Because the power is in knowing that you have that attachment style. If you don't know your attachment style, then you are going to keep pushing people away with your behaviour. And I'm not saying it's easy once you do have awareness of your attachment style. But if you're into personal development and actually do want to find yourself in a relationship at some point, then knowing that will allow you to start noticing the patterns, noticing the triggers to what really gets you. And then being able to work out, is it something that you need to work on and practice? Is it something that you need to communicate quite early on with potential dates about what you are going to need in a relationship? And as I say, there needs to be a balance, because sometimes we can be like, well, I've got an anxious attachment style, you need to do this. And it is completely unreasonable. Like, no, they are still going to go out with the boys. No, they're not going to text you whilst they're with their family the whole time. Does it mean that you can ask for a dedicated time to speak to someone whilst they're away? Absolutely. Does it mean they can give you the courtesy of saying they're home and back and safe? Absolutely. Does it sometimes mean that you are going to need more reassurance than maybe they're used to giving? Maybe. But it's about communicating that so someone doesn't freak out. And communicating in a way where they can understand it. Because maybe you hadn't even heard of anxious attachment styles before I started talking about it. Or maybe you did, but you haven't had a lot of experience of it, don't really know what it means. Who does? We do not teach this. It's not in the curriculum per se. Quite frankly, I would talk about it, but there's just not enough time. Which is why I'm here doing what I do. I do this in a bigger way. I have coaching programs. I have a membership. I have a podcast. And lots of ways that you can start working on your dating experience alongside your attachment style. Having an anxious attachment style doesn't mean that you can't date. It just means you have to be clever about the people you choose, how you conduct yourself, and what you communicate to other people. Follow along if you want more dating tips on how to date with an anxious attachment style.